Hello, I'm Crystal, and thank you so much for joining me on the Warrenist Live today, where we celebrate the art, culture, lifestyle, and people of Warren County, North Carolina, and beyond. Before we get started, you already know what to do. Be sure to like, comment, share, all that stuff with your friends so we can continue to spread the good word and all about all the wonderful things that are happening in our community. Special thanks to our sponsor today, Awesome God Christian Bookstore. So with all the churches that are opening up now, you're definitely going to need your programs and all your church and worship needs. Also, they have a wonderful assortment of books there. So check that out. Okay, they're located at 130 South Main Street in downtown Warrenton. Okay, our guest today is Chalis Henderson. She is a native of Warren County and she currently resides in Granville County. And she has always had a heart for community service and students. In 2011, she founded the Chalis D. Sledge, which is now called the Chalis Sledge Henderson Scholarship Foundation, and has awarded $20,000 in scholarships to students who engage in service to their community, church, and institution of higher learning. She currently serves as the church administrator for Oasis of Hope Ministries and is the executive director of Turning Point CDC. And so tomorrow, Saturday, May 22nd, go ahead, write that down, jot it down, put it in your phone. She will be launching, the organization will be launching its newest project, Creating Success Mobile Learning Lab. That's tomorrow, Saturday, May 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So, and she is here today to tell us all about it. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Crystal. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm elated to have you. I know you're doing so many wonderful things in the community, so I really wanted to highlight that, right? So you grew up in Warren County. Tell me what's your favorite memory or about growing up here?
Yes, what an awesome platform you have to shout out, Warrenton, putting Warrenton on the map. I was thinking, Crystal, you need a little a theme song I put on for my city.
Okay, all right.
For my town for the Warrenist. But yeah, I'm from downtown Warrenton. I'm from the city of Warrenton, okay? And one of my favorite memories of growing up in Warrenton and living in Warrenton is walking around town. My mom and our family, we always take walks downtown Warrenton. One of my best friends growing up, Callie, we would always ride our bikes around town and through Macon, through the countryside. And so that was definitely one of my favorite memories and favorite experiences of growing up in Warrenton, just being able to walk, enjoy the sights, the peace and quiet. And even now as an adult, I enjoy, taking those walks around town and just enjoying the beauty of Warren County.
Right. Now, did you go to like the county fair and all of it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I miss those days when you could get the ticket, when you could just leave school early. They let us out early and we could go and do whatever. I miss those days so much.
Yes, the county fair was always a lot of fun.
So, oh, yeah, definitely.
It's crazy that we got out of school early to go to the fair.
Right. And if we're going to get out for any reason, I think that's a phenomenal reason why, right?
Yes.
I'd rather get out early for the county fair than to get out for, the parent-teacher conference.
Right.
All right. So, but you're the youngest of 3 girls. So what was that like growing up?
Hey, Chandra and Kasha. Yes, I'm the baby girl and it was fun. We're all 5 years apart. So we are very different, being that we, aren't super close in age, but we have very similar qualities. So I got to spend a lot of time with them, and kind of felt like an only child in some parts of life too, because of, just where we were growing up. But being the youngest of 3 girls, it was a lot of fun. I had some great mentors in them, great role models in them. They taught me about fashion and music and, it was fun, especially being in school, because pretty much everybody already knew me from either being Chandra's little sister or Kasha's little sister. So that was a cool part of being the younger sister. And they'll tell you that I act like the older sister sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Right, because your older sister just chimed in. She said, "Watch yourself."
Exactly, exactly. So,
Okay, so yeah, so you talked about school. So what type of student were you?
oh, I was a great student. I was a really good student. I was class president in high school. Actually, my parents didn't play, so there wasn't a lot of room not to be a good student.
Right.
But always, was very involved in student organizations and different activities. I played sports as well. I don't know if you knew that Warren County, when I was on the team, had the best soccer team.
Okay, all right.
All jokes, all jokes. We thought we were the best. We had an excellent record, and so I'm putting that out there. But
Okay.
I was a pretty involved and great student. So
Okay. And what year did you graduate?
I finished in 2007.
Okay. All right. Whoa. Okay. So,
I
because I
was
went to school with Casher, so we were 2002.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So you went to college. Where did you go, and what did you major in?
So for undergrad, I went to UNC Charlotte. Go Niners! And I majored in communications with a minor in women and gender studies. And
Okay.
then I got my master's from Michigan State. Go Green! And there I studied student affairs, higher education. And also studied abroad with Loyola University in Chicago, and there I studied cultural dimensions of leadership. And so had some really cool experiences in college and in grad school.
Okay. So you went abroad. Where did you go?
I went to Rome,
Oh,
and went to Athens, Greece. Love Athens. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful.
oh, so what did you do? Like some fun things that you did there when you weren't
Ate, ate gelato every day.
there?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Did some great shopping in Italy. That was probably the highlight of my trip there. But the weekend in Greece was the absolute best. So we had like a free weekend where we could either go to a different country nearby or do a different type of excursion. And it was a group of like four of us who took a quick flight over to Athens, Greece for the weekend.
Okay.
And exactly. Just went to Greece for the weekend. It was so much fun.
Mhm.
The water was beautiful. We went to the Acropolis. The sights were just breathtaking. So that was probably the highlight of my trip to Rome.
Okay, cool. All right. So to dive in a little bit more into the present, so when did your interest in serving the community begin?
Well, Crystal, I mean, it's been my life my mom is a retired teacher and pastor. My dad was a pastor as well. And so this is all that I know and all that I remember is, serving the community. I was able and fortunate to watch them, build a ministry and build a nonprofit, serve the community in so many capacities. So I started, as a child volunteering or helping organizing and so forth. So now it's just, second nature to me. That's just what we do. I don't think that I really couldn't imagine myself doing anything different because it's just been so, so ingrained into who I am.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about Turning Point CDC.
Yep. So Turning Point Community Development Corporation is a nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3, and we were actually organized back in 2001 by my parents. So my dad had a vision for the nonprofit to serve the full community. And so when he founded the church, Oasis of Hope Ministries, he also founded Turning Point CDC. And so Turning Point serves Warren County, Vance, Granville, and Franklin counties. And we operate in four pillars: education, health and wellness, economic development, and community engagement. And so we've been doing programs and different outreach ministries through Turning Point, like I said, for well over 20 years now. For 20 years now.
Okay, so how long have you been directly involved with Turning Point?
Yeah, so in leadership, I would say probably since 2013 is when, I really became actively involved in the leadership of it. And then as the executive director in a formal capacity in 2018 when we moved back down to North Carolina.
Oh, okay. So what other companies and organizations have you partnered with Turning Point?
Man, we've been blessed to partner with a lot of different organizations. One of our biggest supporters is Microsoft, and it's been really exciting to partner with them with our education programs. We've been supported by a lot of the local foundations, such as the Triangle North Healthcare Foundation, to support a lot of our programs as well. We partner with a lot of local nonprofits, such as Grow, Warren County's Working Landscapes. They're a great partner with us. Resourceful Communities is one of our really great partners. Vance County Schools, Warren County Schools. So we partner with a lot because I mean, in nonprofits and in community work in general, you have to partner with organizations to really, see improvements in the area. So we're blessed to have great partners to help our work succeed.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And you talked about like your programs or your activities. So can you go into more detail about some things you've done? Because every time I turn around, Turning Point got something going on.
We are. So we're busy, and it's because, there's such a need in the community. So I'll take a few minutes to talk about each pillar, if that's okay. All right. So first, in education, we have our Create and Success Education Center. And so right now we're operating a remote learning site. And that was absolutely birthed out of a need for academic support with, students doing remote learning and virtual learning. We had people stopping by our ministry all last summer asking, are y'all going to do tutoring? Are you going to provide some type of academic support? Right. And we had to. And so we opened up our remote learning site. We've served 27 students who are, doing remote learning during these times. And so that is open every day from 7:30 to 5. This summer, we're doing a 6-week summer learning program. And the goal with that is to help combat the summer learning loss that we're especially seeing because of COVID-19. So we will be pretty busy this summer working with 15 students over a 6-week summer learning program. So we're excited about that. In terms of health and wellness, we do a number of programs. We have a simple and beneficial health series. So with that, we do workshops, nutrition workshops. We do fitness classes. So last Wednesday, we had a really fun fitness session. We do walking groups. One of our biggest programs is distributing produce boxes to families in need. And so those boxes go out to families across the 4 counties that we work with. And yeah, we do a number of food distribution. So this summer we'll be doing summer meals and lunch meals and so forth for kids as well. So just check out our website and our Facebook page to stay updated on all of the programs that we have going on. Let's see, in terms of economic development, we have a program called the Launchpad program, where we work with teenagers, getting them trained and giving them, job skills so that they can be ready for work. And this summer we'll be placing many of them in their first summer jobs. So we're looking forward to that as well. Helping the students get some work experience and earn some money as well, but under our mentorship to help them be successful. And then community engagement isn't involved in everything that we do, but each year we typically host our big community day. If there are needs in the community, or now we're seeing where, if people have resources that they want to share with the community, they know that we have a group of people that we can, help distribute food to or help distribute clothes to, or whatever it may be. We have a great population that we can connect people with resources. So that's Turning Point in like a 2-minute nutshell.
Right. But see, like I said, it's always something going on, but it's all positive and it's helping the community. And you see the results, because I hate to say it, you have nonprofits that you don't see where your donations are going, but with Turning Point CDC, you see it, and see, the youth. They share everything. So, and I greatly appreciate the transparency as well. So, but oh, and then also we mentioned about the food, the meals, and so I would. Just me personally, I would say that, Turning Point and the other organizations that you were involved in last year, you all were really like superstars, of course, the medical field, they all did their thing. And then just also want to highlight everything that you all were doing as well, because, y'all were on it. I picked up a couple meals so I could, assist with delivering it to a couple people. I'm sorry, a couple families. So, I mean, I just want to say thank you for all that you all did.
Oh, really yeah. Thank you. That was it was a really challenging time, I think. Well, personally for me, and I'm sure for other nonprofits, because we were, I was sitting at home when the quarantine first happened, and I'm like, okay, so what do we do? Because, there are families that are in need. There are services that are needed, but, we also have to stay safe ourselves and think about our staff and keeping them safe too. So it was a little bit of a war a little tug of war at first, like, what exactly do we do and how can we do it? And Crystal, I'm telling you, like, our programs, they just expanded so quickly because there was a need. And in rural communities, we see that, when someone knows about a good resource and a quality resource, they will tell others about it, or, spread the word very quickly. So we were able to expand our reach almost, quadruple because, of the work that we were doing. And so it's been a blessing to be able to serve the families, during this pandemic. It's an unfortunate situation, but it has been a blessing to serve in the way that we've been able to do so.
Right. And, with the pandemic, it did show, what we were lacking. Well, I'm just saying, as far as like Warren County, well, on a world scale, but particularly here in rural areas in Warren County. And so, but it showed the positive side where you saw the community come together.
Yes.
We were helping each other out, like with the mature generation, I'm gonna say mature, going, I know, right? I gotta be careful. Going to the grocery store, but making sure everybody was safe, and we all really did just come together.
Yes.
And so but I definitely wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's move on to your newest project, the Creating Success Mobile Learning Lab.
Yep.
It's all about. I wanted to make sure I had the words in order, but tell us all about it.
It's a mouthful. That's okay. The Creating Success Mobile Learning Lab. So this has been like a 3-year project. My dad and I, we were actually, our church and our nonprofit used to operate out of one building, and we were just running over. Like, the kids were in one small classroom. We were just running out of physical space. And so one day we were meeting, and I learned about this Microsoft pitch competition. And so I was like, well, what if I pitched, a shipping container where we can have a physical space on our site that gives the students another classroom to operate in. And I can see his face and hear his voice just as clear. He said, why don't you do a bus? He kind of sat back. Why don't you do a bus? And he said, that way you can reach more people. And I'm like, okay, mobile learning, cool. And so that's where the Mobile Learning Lab really came from. And so since then, we've been working, and I did that pitch to Microsoft. That was back in 2018. Never heard from that particular pitch, but like I said, we've been able to partner with Microsoft and do quite a bit of work, and they are extremely supportive of the Mobile Learning Lab too. But the Mobile Learning Lab will travel to different communities, different regions, neighborhoods in our area, in those 4 counties, and provide educational programs and also workforce development or career professional skills training to adults as well. So we want to serve the whole family on the lab. And the goal is for people to feel empowered when they're on the bus, and to feel empowered when they leave the bus, because hopefully they will have, experienced some type of life-changing or gain some new skills while on the lab.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so we will get a chance to see it this Saturday. Well, tomorrow.
Yes.
And it's from 10 a.m. to 2.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So we're on the campus of Oasis of Hope Ministries. You can't miss us because the bright blue bus is there. So tomorrow you get to see the completely renovated school bus. I'm telling you, I really think I rode the bus when I was in grade school because I got it from Warren County Schools. It was bus 158.
Okay.
So if you rode 158, this is our new school bus. But it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm very proud of the team that worked on it to renovate it. It's really nice.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I saw the video with when it was driving into the parking lot, that one. I was like, oh, it's so pretty.
Yes, yes.
I was like, I love the shade of blue, but I mean, just everything that's gonna happen, and just the success that you're gonna see come from this project. I can't wait.
Yeah.
How many people it's gonna benefit.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's such a need. And like, I see the bus deep down in Warren County or deep down in Vance County. Our counties are huge. And there are people, in these spaces that just don't have easy access to different programs. And so that's the exact purpose of the bus, is to go and really meet people where they are, make them feel comfortable because they're in their neighborhoods, but to be able to equip them with some resources and expose them to some different programs that they might not typically have easy access to.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I hope you don't mind, but I want to ask a question about you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, and I hope it doesn't come off too cliched, but as a wife, as a mother, as someone who is so involved in the community, how do you balance it all?
Oh yeah, it's tough. It is very tough because there are a lot of responsibilities and hats that we wear. I think one of the best parts is that my husband is very supportive and our family is very supportive. And so we're able to do things together. So, if I'm working on the bus, you'll see Braxton working on the bus, or, the kids. There's a picture of Silas helping to paint and Silas helping to move one of the walls. But we try to, make sure that we're still taking time for ourselves and making sure that we're taking time just for family, not focusing on any of the other projects that we have going on. But it's certainly a dance. It's a dance of little tango that we've learned to work through.
All right. So, what would you say is your greatest inspiration?
My greatest inspiration, honestly, I hope this doesn't sound too cliche, but honestly, just, making God proud. My goal is to just, do what he tells me to do, be where he tells me to be, and following his plan. And it's proved to work out okay for me. So I'm going to keep doing that. But that's truly my greatest inspiration, is to honor God in all that we do and all that I do, and to just make him look good. And so I tell people all the time, this is not about me. None of this could have happened if it wasn't for God and his support and his resources. And so I'm here to just make him shine and give him all the credit for it. And that's what I hope to do. So.
All right. And then we actually have one question that came in from Susan. It says, how can we volunteer to help out?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. So we're always looking for volunteers. You can send me a message or send a message to our Turning Point Facebook page, or on our website. There's a link to volunteer and to get engaged. But we're also always looking for volunteers if it's helping to distribute produce boxes, if it's helping with some of the education programs going on. One of my biggest kind of strengths, or maybe not strengths, but what I like to do is match people to where their strengths are. I believe that people should work in areas that they're passionate about and that they are strong in. And so, we'll see where it makes sense for you to serve, where you're most passionate and willing to serve, and we'll try to plug you in there. But thank you so much, because that's something that, as a nonprofit, we're always looking for additional hands to make the work successful.
All right, awesome. So for more information, we talked about the website. Just give people the actual domain.
Oh, yes. www.turningpointcdc.org. turningpointcdc.org.
Okay, and I believe I put the link in the description, but if not, I'll go ahead and add that after the interview. And so thank you again for joining me on the show.
Thank you.
So I just want to make sure, everybody, support. They're also doing a raffle. Did we talk about the raffle?
Yes, no, we have to talk about the raffle.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that.
Yes, so we are selling T-shirts. We have two opportunities to support the Learning Lab. You can certainly make a donation via our website, or you can purchase a T-shirt or a raffle ticket. I'm excited to share. So the raffle sales are, like I said, going directly to the Mobile Learning Lab, but we are raffling off two Surface laptops from Microsoft, two Surface books. They are super, super nice. They detach as a tablet, and then it, combines into a laptop. And then we're also raffling off some other prizes: Walmart gift card, gas gift card, a raised garden bed, a free dental exam and cleaning from Doctors Henderson and Warrenton. So thank you to them for that support. So lots of good prizes, but the big ticket items are those two laptops. And then the T-shirts can be purchased from our website or in person as well at the event. And I will say right now, we only have small, medium, and large shirts left. We sold out of the other sizes. So don't delay. Go ahead and get your raffle tickets and your T-shirts. The raffle winners will be announced tomorrow, immediately after the event. We'll be going Facebook Live to pull the winners for those. So I'm excited to share who the winners are.
Okay, that's awesome.
Can I also shout out Warren County, because
Of
Warren
course.
County, they the government actually gave us a grant, and which is what really supported the purchase of the school bus. So we purchased the school bus from Warren County Schools. So shout out to Mr. Austin and his team for helping us pick a great bus. And I had to shout out Warren County for taking a chance and giving us the grant money to purchase the bus. So Warren County is definitely high on the list of where you'll see the Mobile Learning Lab traveling.
All right, that's great. Thank you, Warren County. Didn't I tell you this place is amazing? It really is.
It really is.
Mhm.
That was the hardest part. It was getting funding to actually purchase the bus and renovate the bus. Now that the bus is done, the programming will take place. But really investing in us, and like I said, taking a chance and giving us the funding to purchase the bus, it meant a lot to our organization. So I always have to shout out Warren County for that.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So thank you so much for joining me, Chalis. I hope to see you tomorrow. And
Yes.
then also, again, special thanks to our sponsor, Awesome God Christian Bookstore, located at 130 South Main Street in downtown Warrenton. Thank you all so much for tuning in for Warrenist Live. Here, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I'm just about everywhere. So everyone have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, and be safe. See
Thank
you all soon.